Okay, I just wanted to do a quick recap on the tires that I bought for this car. I was gonna get some tires from, Tire Rack and get it mounted, but instead I found a set of rims and tires off of Craigslist, in a 20 inch. And initially I thought 20 inches were gonna cause the ride to be too stiff and I would feel everything on the road and it wouldn't be that nice, considering I don't have automatic height control anymore. So I found a set of rims on Craigslist literally the night before we were leaving to come to Montreal. It was a kid and his dad was selling the rims off of their Tundra. They let me mount one of the rims onto the car and it fit perfectly. It looked pretty decent. So he had a set of Goodyear's 275 55 20s on there on the rim, and they were only like 2.5 years old, a little over half the tread left on it. So definitely better than the Michelins I had that were over 6 years old and dry rotting. Anyway, the great part was they actually offered to help put on the other 3 rims and mount them and also help me put the old tires in the car. They're still good people out there. Anyway, that was really amazing of them. They even brought me water. Yeah, they went back home, got their impact gun, and came, helped me, and brought water with them, which is great. But anyway, on my ride home after mounting them, I was a little shocked because I was expecting a little bit harsher of a ride. I just basically decided to live with it, but it wasn't harsher at all. It was actually pretty much exactly the same. If you're going over some serious potholes and things, you're gonna feel it either way. It wasn't like a shocking difference. It was very minimal to none. I think these are actually smoother, to be honest, and that just might be because the older tires were, a little warped or whatever. These tires are a little wider also. It just looks like a wider tire. So anyway, we drove up. It's been about almost 400 miles we put on these tires so far. Perfectly fine. I haven't had an issue. I'll show you some images of them. I'll take a little bit of a video for you, show you what they look like, but so far I'm very happy with them. It looks like there's plenty of room around the wheel well for me to slap a bigger tire on there. 275 60 20s might give me just enough sidewall for it to be worth it. I wanted to go with a all-terrain kind of a tire, just because it looks a little more aggressive. And if I ever do go off-roading, which I kind of want to do on this car, I'll be able to without worrying about getting a flat. Toyo Open Country AT2, I think it is. I think that's probably the set I would go with. There's mixed reviews on BFG Ko2s. Most of the reviews are positive for the Ko2s, but there are some that say that they're terrible in the rain. So if I do get a set of tires, that's what I'll go with. But I think for the next year or two, I'll be alright with these Goodyears. So on our way home, I hit a huge pothole and cracked the rim and was slowly leaking air out, and found out I had a flat the next day. So I had to get new tires. Go ahead and go to your local Sears and get a deal on these tires, or any kind of tires. They had a pretty sweet deal. I got all 4 tires for $900 and something, $980 something, mounted, balanced, and everything. And then they also gave me a $100 mail-in rebate, which I sent in for. And on top of that, they give you $25 a month in Sears money that you can spend every month. So it adds up to like $300 something. So the first month's money, I bought this creeper, and I've always wanted the creeper, and now I just got it for free basically. So that's nice. So I highly recommend Sears to get your tires. Okay, so while I'm just walking around the car showing you footage of the tires and the car in general, I just wanted to tell you the story of what happened at Sears. I told them that I had a flat tire and I wanted to replace all 4, because they could either try to fix the tire or they can replace all 4. And I finally went with just getting all 4 new tires, obviously. But they mounted the tires and sent me off on my way. They didn't check to see if obviously didn't check to see if the rim was damaged at all or cracked. So if you guys go to Sears to get new tires, just make sure
if it's because of an issue with your previous tires, make sure there's nothing wrong with your rim. And if there is, get it fixed by a specialist. I had to go to a separate dealer, or not a dealer, I had to go to a separate private rim specialist, and a local one, and they ended up fixing the rim for pretty cheap. It was only like $130 or something. And they did a really good job. I knew where the crack was. I found it, and the way I found it is with the new tires on, I was still losing air, and I went up under there and looked, and I saw that the rim's cracked. So I knew it was from before when I hit the pothole, because I didn't hit anything else since I put the new tires on. So anyway, just my little story, just something to think about. You can't really rely on these companies to find any of the issues for you, or if you're just do your due diligence and don't assume that anybody else is looking more in depth into anything that's going on with your car.